What's up, guys? It's Sam from Tormentor Gaming. I'm here with my boy Marcus Blair. What'd you do today at Locals?
I went X-2. I lost against Dinos and Tenyi.
Alright. What was your wins?
My wins were Heroes, and I got the bye in round 1.
Alright, hell yeah. Let's see what you got.
Alright. I played Generators, and we're going to start off with 3 Lone Flyer Blossom. Obviously, this is an extender, or your starter to get out to Mardale, or however you say it, the plant bitch. And,
Alright, good.
and that's all that you do with her. You basically just filter through your deck, play through all 3 of them, then you get to her.
Alright, what's she do?
And whenever she's normal or special summoned, she has an effect to add any Generator card in your deck. And you can only play, each one of the generators have the same common effect, where you can only have one of that card on the field at a time.
Alright.
Next, we play 2 of Yugioh. And what's cool about him is he gets to negate and destroy a special summon monster. But again, they all have the same drawback of only being 1 on the field. Then we play 2 Nogplar. He protects your monsters from being destroyed from card effect or battle. Another spicy tech with him is that at the end phase of your opponent's turn, when you have a field of tokens, he can protect all of them from being destroyed.
How does he do that?
He sacrifices himself or another generator monster. Let's say you have Yugioh and him on the field. You can sacrifice your Yugioh and protect your tokens from being destroyed at the end phase.
So for people that don't know, how do these guys' effects go off? Do they all have to tribute something?
Yes. He actually destroys. It's not considered tributing. He's the only one that actually destroys a generator card, while the rest considered attributing.
Okay. Cool.
Then we got Frody. I only play 1 because he allows my opponent to draw a card. And as cool as it is to destroy things, I think that's just too much of a drawback. And
Yeah, giving your opponent a lot of advantage.
Yeah. So I can't wait till the Spellcaster and the Rock come out and, you know, help the deck out significantly with better plays like banishing cards. And lastly, for the monsters, we have Hela. And I really only play her just to help me, you know, get back any of these.
Recur your resources.
Yeah.
What she do? She brings them back from the grave?
Yeah, and she only brings back 1. Which I wish it was more multiple like the rest of them. Like the rest of them can do a multitude of monsters, but she specifically only lets you do 1. But that's it for monsters.
Alright.
Next we have spells. Top it all off. We start out with the most important card of the deck, which is basically the deck, is Boss Stage.
How many's there?
3. And it has 2 effects. Its first effect is when my opponent adds a card to their hand, or from the deck to the hand, you get to special summon a card. Now, if it's during your opponent's turn, the secondary effect kicks in and allows you to summon as many tokens as possible. And that is a hard once per turn, and you do not have to do it. It is an optional effect.
Right on.
Next is 2 Generator Boss Quest. That kind of just helps you get out to the boss stage and the trap.
What do you do?
You have to reveal a generator monster in your hand and put it at the bottom of your deck after you add to spells or traps from your deck. They have to be of different names. So like you'd add like boss stage and whatever the trap's name is, I can't remember off the top of my head right now. And then one of the most important cards in the deck, World Legacy Monstrosity. Play a hard 3F. It's that important where you got to see it. A play I like to make with it.
Why is it so important?
It allows you to special summon from your hand, and the secondary effect is if I already have a card on the field, I can special summon 2 from the deck, but they leave in the end phase. And since I play Wonder Exceeds, I can summon any of my XYZ monsters out on my opponent's turn, and that just helps me get out like Calamities or something. 3 Call by the Grave. This deck is really susceptible being destroyed from the field spell. So like if I'm worried about Ash or Ghost Ogre, this saves me. Pot of Extravagance. I used to hate this card. I used to think it was just dumb because of the fact you couldn't really do anything afterwards. But
It doesn't let you draw afterwards.
yeah, like this is definitely the deck for this card. It helps significantly to boost your plays, and you know it sucks sometimes if you get Extravagance off an Extravagance, or if they hit all of your important cards out of your side or extra deck. But you know, things happen. And then lastly, for the spells, Cosmic Cyclone. There's just too much back row that hurts. So.
You think this is the best back row remover in the game right now?
Oh yeah, significantly.
What makes you say that?
Because it doesn't destroy, it banishes. And I feel like with, let's say like a field barrier is on something, and that protects things from being destroyed, since it's not destroying things like Mystic Mine. Everyone hates Mystic Mine. Gotta get rid of it. So instead, you can banish it, and not have to worry about them pulling out another Mystic Mine, and you can't play Yugioh. So yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Right on.
And finally, for the main deck, we got the traps. Start off with Generaider Boss Room. I only play one because I feel like it's too hard to actually use because they have to respond to your effects because it's a protection card, and I feel like that's too slow. And it's not, because you have to discard in order for its effect to even be worth it, or to be used. So to me, that's not worth it. Then we play 3 of the boss fight. This was the trap that I was talking about. I don't know why I couldn't remember the name. But this is probably the most important trap in the deck. It allows you to activate the field spell from either the deck or the graveyard. So you can basically just keep recycling it as much as you want, as well, until you run out of these. And it allows you to get the effect of summoning a monster during your opponent's turn or your turn. So I think that's pretty cool.
Right on.
3 Trap Trick. It just helps you get out. It's a boss fight or, you know, Dimensional Barrier. And, you know, everybody should know what that is. Speaking of Dimensional Barrier, we play 3 of it.
Really? What made you decide to main deck this card instead of side it?
I feel like one of my worst matchups is Pendulums because of the fact they can negate and destroy, and I really hate Pendulums. So this is my way.
I think
to
everyone
get around
does except for Pendulum players.
Yeah, you're right. But it's a cancer. And then 3, there can only be 1 because everybody in here is a different type, so it doesn't hurt me. And you know, it's floodgates. We all love them. Lastly, the 2 Wonder Xyz. I started with 3, but it was too bricky. There was too many times where I didn't see it when I needed to see it, or I seen it too much, and most of the time it was seeing it too much and not having any monsters on the field to do it.
Yeah.
So I feel like 2 is the right number, but that might change when we get the new support.
So how many cards is in your main deck?
44.
44? Anything you would change, or did you feel comfortable with this build?
Honestly, I feel like I should play a little bit more monsters. Like I might increase Frody back to 2. But really, I think I'm gonna hold out until we get the new support, because he's just that bad.
Right on. What's your extra deck look like?
And then for my extra deck, we're gonna start out with the links. I never really go into them, but just in case, you never know, situations. Play 2 IP.
Card's busted.
She is a very beautiful card. Obviously very expensive, but I almost never really go into her. But she's there just to extend and, you know, do things in her opponent's turn, like get out your other links like Phoenix, Unicorn, and stuff like that. Which, speaking of which, play the entire or Nightmare package that matters. And everyone knows what they do. Sends, destroys a monster, destroys a spell or trap. It's kind
Sends
of
it where? Shuffles it?
Shuffles, yeah. But now for the more important things we'll actually go into. We play Yugioh Galaxy. I like never go into him, but he's just there in case of extravagance, things being getting rid of, and you know, if I lose my calamities, I need better monsters to go into. Really, he just helps me get to this package, the Sins, which is actually a pretty amazing package. I can get it in here. I just put it in last week, so I don't know how I truly feel about it yet, but we'll see. That might change. Heart Earth Dragon, only one. I wish I had more. I feel like it's just
How many would you play it at?
2 or 3. It's that good of a card where your opponent's taking the damage, it can't be destroyed by battle, and you know, it probably wins you games. I've actually won a game with it once so far, but I just picked it up today, so we'll see. Infinitrack. When I first built the deck, I thought this card would be better, but reality is, like I said, you really only go into calamities with this deck. I mean, it's kind of like a calamity turbo deck, but you always got to have something else just in case extravagance gets rid of your calamities. So, Phantom Fortress. I went into him when I first started playing, and he actually won me my very first game. So, you know, being able to banish something is pretty nice. The what would be the signature card? Yorm.
You only play him at 1?
I only play him at 1. He's just kind of a cool little attack, being able to beat over things, but there's not many decks where you're just having a big old beatdown. I'm more worried about monster effects and people stopping my plays, so I like never go into him. But he's really fun if you're going second and your opponent doesn't have that much of a board that they can negate all your plays. I go into him and then just beat over everything because he gets really beefy mid to late game. And lastly, our all-star, True King of Calamities. Nothing like it. Being able to make sure, oh yeah, make sure that your opponent can't do basically anything. Have that, and there can only be one on the field, and most people would just forfeit.
So he's really the only one you play at 3 because of extravagance?
Yes. He's the most important in my extra deck.
Alright, can we look at your side?
Of course. Lastly, my side. I play 1 Moral Tech, 2 Scythe, and of course, 3 Artifact Sanctums.
Reasoning behind this?
I hate the extra deck. I've had it to where I've lost against calamities myself. Like in the mirror match, that can be pretty painful. Other than that, it's mostly just the fact that Link monsters hurt.
Yeah, and plus you main Trap Trick, which helps get out the Sanctum.
Yeah, so pretty easy. For Pendulum players, of course, Dark Ruler no more at 3.
Oh yeah.
Again, I hate Pendulum players. I hate playing against Pendulums, so gotta have the hate. 1 Terraforming, 1 Metaverse, because obviously they're 1-ups, but gotta have the field spell. Against people with a lot of negates, I usually add these, just so I have more resources to get to the field spell. So, one Solemn Warning. I feel like that's going to change, but I just have it in there, just, you know, negate a summon.
Couldn't think of anything else.
Yeah.
So just threw it in.
Basically. Just a filler. And lastly, again, for pendulums, Heavy Stormduster, 3 of. Gotta get rid of those scales.
Right on. So, anything you want to say extra about the deck or anything like that you're excited for with the new support coming out?
Oh yeah, I'm very excited for the new support, especially the Warrior. I think he's going to be the new all-star of the deck.
Which one's that?
I actually don't remember his name. It's like
Is it the one that vanishes?
No. He's the...
Oh, I think he's a fairy.
No,
A level
he's
4?
A warrior. He's a warrior level 4 that's... Oh god. He allows
He special summons another one from the deck?
Yes.
Yeah.
And typically you would go into... What I'm going to go into is Condemned Witch and have out Forbidden Chalice, because this allows you to add a Forbidden card. And of course it's going to be a 3 of. And...
Yeah, but she only summons fairies. That's why I think that card's a fairy.
Pretty sure it's a warrior, but we'll see. Because the tokens are fairies, and I don't think they would have another monster that would be the same type, since they usually are all different types. But that way you have 2 negates when you get through. So that's all I have to add.
All right, man. Well, thanks for the deck profile.
No problem.
And we'll catch you in the next one.